Good afternoon. You are welcome to our channel English from A to Z with Mr. Aziz Zuhair. Before we begin, do not forget please to subscribe and share the lesson with your friends. Let's get started. So the title related to this video is about the flame of hope, and this is the second part. Let's see the first title, which is the without hope situation. I mean here that I'm going to describe a situation in which there is no hope. That's why I have called it the without hope situation. Without hope, there is no ambition, no dream, no attempt, and no vision, and no aim. So these are some characteristics that a person can have when he is hopeful. He is ambitious, and at the same time he has a dream, and then he can try to realize that dream because he has a vision and he has an aim in front of him. Without hope, there is no growth, no advancement, no improvement, no perfection, and no prosperity. So when there is hope, any person can try to achieve prosperity, to improve his situation, to progress, to grow. Number 3, without hope, we are disappointed, desperate, bewildered, lost, and shocked. That's why I always stress that the concept of hope is really very important in our life, and without it we can be shocked and we can be lost, and all the time we are going to feel frustrated because we do not have the appropriate ability in order to achieve our dreams and our goals. Without hope, the world is cheerless, boring, and monotonous. These are 3 descriptive adjectives that I have given in order to describe the word. The word in front of you becomes not that attractive, not that fantastic. For the other one, without hope, life loses its charm, grace, elegance, glamour, and appeal. So all these words, they are related to what we call the beauty of life. So life loses its beauty. What time? When we are in the corridors of darkness, when we are gloomy, when we are overwhelmed by despair and hopelessness. Without hope, there is no recovery, no rebirth, no renewal, no revival, and no awakening, and no relief. So these words, they are related to the literary field. And here I have made a comparison between hope and rain, because rain, as we know, most of the time, most of word writers use it in order to bring or to have what we call recovery, rebirth, renewal, regeneration, revival, and so on. Without hope, you will always feel dead. You are not going to undergo and to experience a rebirth and renewal. Without hope, life is sterile, hollow, empty, senseless, without meaning, and purposeless, without aim. You don't have a name, and groundless, it becomes baseless. It doesn't have strong pillars on which you are going to stand. Without hope, there is stagnation. You are no longer mobile, and then you withdraw. Then, after withdrawal, we have death. And you know, after death, there is consolation. People come in order to express their sad feelings towards death. And burial here, which means that that person who becomes hopeless, we are going to put him underground. And the conclusion concerning number one is that without hope, we are dead inside. Maybe you are alive, physically speaking, but within yourself, you are dead. You are immobile. Now I'm going to give some examples related to our real life. And they are well selected. Do listen, please. Without hope, there is no need for a student to go to school. Why am I going to school? I don't have hope. I'm not ambitious. Why am I going to attend? Without hope, there is no need for an athlete to toil, to work hard and sweat. Without hope, there is no need for a fisherman to spend a sleepless night without sleep on the boat amidst the sea. Because you know, most fishermen, they go at about or in the afternoon and they come back maybe 2 days, 3 days. They spend their nights amidst the sea. And without hope, there is no need for a farmer to strive from the dawn. Why? For example, a farmer is going to get up early if he is not hopeful. Without hope, there is no need for a patient to visit a doctor. You are ill. You should be hopeful that you will recover. That's why you go to a doctor. Without hope, there is no need for a divorcee, a woman, to ask for her child's custody. So you go to the court and your child or a woman's child has his own rights. That's why any woman, in case of divorce, she goes to the court in order to ask for her right and her child's right. Without hope, there is no need for a prisoner to embrace freedom. You know, prisoner, even if he is happy, but he doesn't have freedom. That's why he is hopeful in order to embrace freedom again. Without hope, there is no need for an ant, small insect, as a small insect to labor, to work hard for gathering food. And the last one, without hope, there is no need for a bird to set out early to get food. And you know this, it is stated in the Quran, especially for birds. They go hungry and they come satisfied concerning food that they gather or they eat. So never forget this. Hope is a priceless possession and inspiration for a marvelous life. So the word possession, you possess it. And it is the source of inspiration to you if you want to live a stable, beautiful, and marvelous life. Hope is the greatest treasure and the best mainspring of life. You know, life, if you want to live it as it should be, far from sadness, far from despair, far from problems. Okay, even if I have said before, they are part of the game, but you have the ability to solve them. You need to be hopeful. So hope is our inner effort, our stimulus to action. Because when we have hope, we are going to act, we are going to try, we are going to do our best. And our incentive to achievement. Without hope, you cannot achieve anything. Be sure of it. That's why hope is an ingredient, is a necessary ingredient if you want to excel and to achieve the top. Hope really is magic. Hope transforms pessimism into optimism. Without hope, you are hopeless. But when you have hope, you become optimistic. Hope is the only bee, the small insect that gives honey, is the only bee that makes honey without flowers. You know, for honey, for a bee, it needs flowers in order to give this substance, honey. But for hope, it doesn't require anything. That's why it is a bee that makes honey without flowers. Hope is our fuel for positive thinking and our preparation for the unknown. So positive thinking is really very important. Many people cannot overcome their problems and difficulties simply because they have what we call negative thinking. They think in a negative way, and all the time they say, I am not going to be able to do that. That's why I should submit and I should not move. Never. No, don't do it. Please, all the time, have positive thinking. This positive thinking is going to be a helpful asset in order to make you well prepared for the unknown and for the worst if it comes. Hope sees the invisible. Because hope, you as a person, you see something which is visible, you see it. But hope brings with it something which is invisible. You don't know it. You don't see it. And it feels the intangible, something which is not concrete. It is abstract. And achieves the impossible, something that before you have hope, it is impossible. But when hope comes, that thing which is impossible turns out to be possible. The conclusion, therefore, it is a necessary, hope is a necessary ingredient and a key to personal change. This metamorphose that you are going to experience and that you are going to live related to what I am going to state, to challenge our problems so you have the ability to overcome them. To end our despair, no longer hopeless, you become hopeful and optimistic. To alter our lives, you are going to change. We are going to change our lives. And then to improve our competence, our potential. To concretize our aspirations. You know, we have aspirations, we have dreams, we have goals, we have everything. We are going to put them on earth. We are going to make them take shape to confirm our trust. You know, trust and self-confidence, both of them, they collocate and they go together. So when you go through this path, that is to say, from the state of hopelessness to a state in which you are hopeful, you confirm your trust and you confirm your self-confidence. And finally, to expand our horizons. So your horizons become wide, becomes broad, and becomes large. Towards what? You become secure and you become safe. And then you achieve a peace of mind, or you achieve peace of mind. You achieve a peace state, and therefore your life becomes stable, comfortable, and then you enjoy your well-being and you enjoy happiness. The last title is Prescriptive Tips to Follow. These are some advice. Tips means advice that you can follow. And prescriptive, it comes from the verb to prescribe. When you go to a doctor prescribes to you some what do we call medicine, substances that you eat or that you drink in order to recover. Number one, seek divine help. Always be attached to God. Seek divine help, God's help. Number two, apply I can do motto. And I have written this in capital or in capitalized letters. I can do. Always say I can do. Never say I cannot. I can. It's within my reach. And find a clear path, which means when you plan, when you have a strategy, when you rely on God, when you rely on your ability, be sure that you are going to have a clear path. Define realistic goals, which means don't just dream and you forget reality. So all the time your goals should be realistic. They have a link to our real life. Normalize barriers. Barriers something, or they are what do we say, factors that impede, that cripple, but make them normal. They are normal, they are part of life, especially when you come across, because you don't know these problems that you are going to come across or to meet by chance. Embrace hope forever. So hope should be your motto and your principle in life. Accept challenges and hardships as part of the game. Never say I'm not going to meet problems. I'm not going to face problems. Yes, you are going to meet them. You are going to have them. But make them part of the game. As part of the process. So you are in a process. If you want to survive, if you want to achieve your dreams, if you want to excel, if you want to succeed, if you want to achieve a stage of perfection in any field you care to name, you need, this is what we call a process. It's like career. In this case, try to make it as part of the competition, because you should have a competitive mind. Never be submissive. Never yield. Never give in. As part of the battle, you know, life is a battle, is a struggle, is a fight. And as part of the struggle, so struggle till the end. Never feel hopeless and never submit and never stop. I have selected a beautiful quotation for you in order to end up this video, which is men can live about nearly 40 days without food, no problem. 40 days you cannot eat, no problem. About 3 days without water. So you know, food and water, they are necessary. So for water, just 3 days. You cannot resist concerning 4 days, 5 days, and so on. About 8 minutes without air. So you cannot resist without air for more than 8 minutes, etc. But only for 1 second without hope. To me, that hope is more important than food and water and air, which means oxygen. So in this case, hope has a big role, a crucial role, and a vital role in our daily life. Why? Since I have said, problems, challenges, difficulties, setbacks, hardships, part of the game, part of life. So you cannot live without them. But you need something if you want to overcome them. What is it? Hope. Finally, we should be thankful to God for such a priceless gift. So hope, when you have it, it's a priceless gift. It's a divine gift. That's why try to be hopeful forever. Forever. Never miss it. Make it a motto in your life and a principle in your life. Today's lesson is over now. See you in another video if God permits. Don't forget to subscribe and share it a lot. Please, I want your comments. I want your liking of the video, because most of you see my videos but without any comments. So please comment. Thanks for watching.